Rookie. Sleeping good, huh?
It's a cold world, but we got coats. We grinding to make it. Yes. We shining they hate. Yes. We border, we fall. Every diamond's a flavor. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing the moat.
Don't make no excuses. Don't make no excuse on how you got beat. You just got your ass whooped, man.
It's the winner's race. Eating with Kenneth.
Greetings, everyone. Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is up there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in the center position. 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Russell. Lakers working the ball around now. Feeds to Randall. The kick out to Brook. Leonard attacking. Stolen by Clarkson. Ball's knocked loose. Parker with the steal. Tries to save it. Outside, Russell.
I'll call you in a little while.
It's in the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. Big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
The shot no good. Nice D from Bryant. Out to the wing. There's the triple. And the Lakers with another miss.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Green, the pass to Duncan. Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
The one-hand tomahawk for you, folks. That's automatic highlight reel material.
That got their entire bench right up and out of their chairs.
How about the reaction from his teammates, not just on the bench. Look at the guys even in the game.
So it's the Lakers now after the basket by San Antonio.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that.
Parker kicks to Green. There's the dish to Duncan. And here's Leonard from 3. Again, Leonard missing.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception. Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
That is good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see that.
Nasty, absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And Russell gets it to go. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Leonard with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Nick Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Williamson for Russell.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Brown, he's checked in for Ryan Kelly.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Nance, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's stolen by West. Green. No good. Good D by Williams. Here's Randall. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
It did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time, and in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Here's Parker. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Nance again. It's Leonard. It's his first trip to the line. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Down low. That's good from Randall on the assist from Young. And it's 8 points for Julius Randle. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers ahead. They finish off the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Lewis Williams out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in the center, filling out the middle. The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Russell's checked in. This season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, to the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. There's Green with the 3. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 5.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
Bryant. And the rejection by Leonard. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul.
Come here.
That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Go. Got you.
Here's Parker. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the 2nd quarter. And Hibbert with the block. Passes it to Burgess. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
Here's Bryant. Makes it off the glass. Bryant got his first points of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the 2nd quarter.
And their field goal percentage shows that over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Here's Duncan. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flow.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, the Spurs, Greg, great at home last year. That's not surprising to anyone who's paid attention. We expect that they're just so tough at home, year in and year out.
And Kevin, how about going 33-8 at home last season? And despite being a 6th seed, only the Hawks and Warriors, the 2 best records in the league, won more games at home. Hard to imagine you could be a 6th seed with that kind of success.
So both teams making some changes here. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Young in the corner. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball.
For the Spurs, it was all about being at home. That was a big part of how they went on a run. They won 20 of the last 22 games at home. in that stretch, which vaulted them from the bottom of the playoff picture in the West to as high as the 2 seed.
Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And the Spurs at home are so great because they just don't miss. I mean, second in field goal percentage at home, shooting 49%. Also second in three-point percentage made at home with over 39%.
It's Parker with the drive.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Los Angeles leading by 6. The 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Fast break, here they come. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the 3-ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now.
Martin dishes to Aldridge. Out to the right wing. That's a 2 from Parker. He got it up. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Lakers lead by 6. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with them.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
I like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin, Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that.
It's good, Clark. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Dunking out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in the free spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. The Lakers weren't very good at all last season, Clark, and they just didn't have any teeth in their road games.
Well, you know, they shot threes on the road well, Kevin. Top percentage in the league, as a matter of fact. Still, they just couldn't hold on to leads.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Spurs trailed by 7. Dishes to Aldridge. It's stolen by Randle. He feeds it to Clarkson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Parker drives in. Puts up the baby hook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
And he makes the first.
And you look at the Spurs and how they avoid losing streaks. I mean, most teams losing 4 in a row wouldn't be such a big deal. It's only a big deal for the Spurs because they're so consistent year in and year out.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Williams is checked in.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And guys, for the Spurs, a big reason they rarely go on losing streaks is that they have no bad matchups. One of only 3 teams in the NBA last year to defeat every other NBA team. Winning for this group is just second nature.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
My bad, son. My bad, yo. Had some business to handle. Let's go.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And Aldridge slams it in.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.